The Union Cabinet in 1984 took a decision to create a federal contingency force comprising of the personnel who are highly motivated, specially equipped, and well trained to tackle the various manifestations of terrorism. In June 1984, a nucleus consisting of the Director General of National Security Guard and other essential elements were sanctioned and steps were initiated to raise the force. A bill for the creation of this organization was introduced in the Parliament in August of 1986 and it received the assent of the President on September 22nd, 1986. The National Security Guard formally came into being from that date. The basic philosophy of NSG is swift and speedy strike and immediate withdrawal from the theatre of action. NSG has been given the specific role to handle all facets of terrorism in any part of the country as a federal contingency force. NSG was modeled on the pattern of the SAS of the UK, that means the Special Air Services of the UK, and the GSG 9 of Germany. NSG is a task-oriented force and it has two complementary elements in the form of Special Action Group and Special Ranger Group. Special Action Group comprises of the Army personnel and Special Ranger Group comprises of the personnel drawn from the Central Armed Police Forces or the State Police Forces. The ethos of the NSG is premised on the pursuit for excellence, lead from the front, zero error, speed, surprise, stealth, precision and accuracy are its all hallmarks. Hello and welcome to SSB Crack Exams, and I welcome you all for another most important interesting session of the defense updates for today. Today, the National Security Guard is celebrating its Raising Day and SSB Crack Exams and each and every other citizen of India wishes it a happy Raising Day. SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense examinations portal, as I am telling you each and every day that if in case you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and the Central Armed Police Forces examinations to get recruited into the officer cadre post, I request you to download our Android app from Google Play Store and start off with your preparation from our particular courses, wherein which we have provided all and each and every other important detail regarding the examination and all sort of study material, lecture content, sample practice questions. The quizzes are all at your hands. You can also follow us on all sort of social media platforms so that you can keep updated with all sort of important issues that are happening in our country and in abroad. Now let us begin with the question of the day that I have posted on 15th of October 2020, and the question that I asked you guys was, which military service medal of Indian Armed Forces has an elephant engraved on it? I repeat the question, which military service medal of Indian Armed Forces has an elephant engraved on it? Okay, so the correct answer for this is, as people have mentioned, it is absolutely correct. It is the Samanya Seva medal. Okay, so it is the Samanya Seva medal which has an elephant engraved on it in its observed side, and on the converse side the national emblem is mentioned with the year of 1965 mentioned. Why is it 1965? Because from the year of 1965 the Samanya Seva medal came into being and it came into existence. Okay, so it was actually established in 8th of May 1975. It is called as the Samanya Seva medal. Before 8th of May 1975 it was called as the General Service Medal. Okay, so it was called the GSM, but after 8th of May 1975 it was renamed as the Samanya Seva medal, but the medal and its level were all active from the date of 26th of January 1965. Okay, so this medal is awarded for the active service where no other campaign medal is awarded. What does it mean? For example, there is a medal for the participation in Kargil War. There is also a medal for the participation in the 1947 war. There is also participation of medal in the 1967-1965 wars. Okay, so 1972 war is also mentioned. So all of those medals are the medals which are dedicated to their particular wars and the other campaigns. Okay, so this particular medal is mentioned wherein which there are no other war or campaign medal is not there. Okay, if you have gone to any other campaign and if that campaign is extremely good and the government has decided to bestow a medal upon you because you have done a very good service in that particular campaign and there is no very special particular medal that has been attested towards that particular campaign, then you will be given the Samanya Seva medal and you will have a clasp which is mounted here. This particular rectangle which you are seeing here, it is known as a clasp. Okay, so this clasp has on it the name of that particular campaign and the year of that particular campaign engraved on it. Okay, so the more the campaigns you go wherein which the campaign has no particular medal, then another clasp will be mounted here if you go for any other one and if the government sanctions you. So in that particular way, the Samanya Seva medal will work upon you. Understanding? So this clasp are awarded with the medal designating the recognized operations. Now to get in details regarding this particular one, this medal is made of cupro-nickel and it is 35 millimeters in diameter with the fitting of the standard pattern. Okay, if you see the colors and if you see the ribbon of this particular medal, it has in its background the military green with three important strips that I mentioned. The three strips include one strip includes the red which indicates the army, another strip includes the dark blue which indicates the Indian Navy, and the sky blue strip indicates the Indian Air Force. Okay, all of these are properly and geometrically divided into proper parts, and that is how the Samanya Seva medal looks. Okay, now let us begin with the first and foremost important defense update. This is what I was discussing with you in the introduction session, that today the NSG is celebrating its 36th Raising Day. NSG is an allied counter-terrorism unit under Indian Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, so Ministry of Home Affairs, under it has various other military, paramilitary forces. So NSG is a very, very particular one. It only works for the counter-terrorism only. Okay, so NSG is particularly for the counter-terrorism, and it also includes in the protection of the various other top-notch authorities of our particular country. Okay, so NSG commandos are those, we can call those NSG commandos as also the Black Cat commandos. Okay, wherever you have heard this particular name, the Black Cat commandos, so they are the NSG commandos. They are also responsible for maintaining the security of the top level personnel of our country, which include the defense minister, the prime minister, and various other cabinet ministers and all. Okay, so this NSG was founded on 15th of October 1984 through an act passed by the parliament, and the motto of NSG is Sarvatra Sarvottam Suraksha. I repeat the motto, it is Sarvatra Sarvottam Suraksha, which can translate it to be English as the omnipresent, omnipotent security which is provided by the NSG. Okay, so the minister who is responsible for the NSG is the Ministry of Home Affairs. The minister is Mr. Amit Shah. Okay, and the current Director General of NSG is Mr. Surjit Singh Deswal. Okay, now there are 5 regional hubs of the NSG which include at the Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chennai and Gandhinagar. Remember the places, the 5 places where NSG has its hub. They include the Mumbai, which is the capital of Maharashtra, Kolkata, which is the capital of West Bengal, Hyderabad, which is the capital of Telangana, Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu, and Gandhinagar, the capital of Gujarat. Going through in detail regarding the NSG, NSG has various other significant operations. It has participated in various other most important operations which include Black Thunder, Ashwamedh, combat missions in Jammu and Kashmir, Operation Vajra Shakti, the Black Tornado also. Okay, so even in the 26/11 attacks in the Mumbai, that particular operation was also carried out by the National Security Guard, if we have to consider that. Headquarters of NSG is located at Mehram Nagar in Palam in New Delhi, and as I have mentioned that there are SAGs and SRGs in NSG. Okay, so there are 2 special action groups and there are 3 special ranger groups. That is the 51 SAG and 52 SAG. Then comes the 11 SRG, 12 SRG and 13 SRG. Both of them will work together. All of these 5 will work in a proper way in dealing with the various actions and forces. Okay, so various SAGs and SRGs, when in combination, they work in separate for the counter-terrorism. They work in separate for the anti-hijacking operations and all. Okay, so the SAG members, that means the Special Action Group members, they are drawn from Indian Army only. Okay, so various other ones, that means the members who are drawn from the border guarding forces and internal security forces, they will be kept in the special ranger groups. Okay, so SAG will consist of only the Indian Army personnel, whereas the SRG consists of the personnel which are taken from the BSF, ITBP, SSB, CRPF, CISF and Assam Rifles. To get in detail regarding the full forms, that include the Border Security Force, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, Sashastra Seema Bal, Central Reserve Police Force, Central Industrial Security Force and Assam Rifles. Assam Rifles is the oldest paramilitary unit in our country. So all of these 6 particular personnel, they will be taken into the special ranger groups depending upon the test and the procedure. Now, how to get inside and how to become an NSG commando? These things you have to remember. The Ministry of Home Affairs has laid down certain pre-selection criteria for recruiting the NSG commandos. Now, there will be 5 important criteria which include the service experience factor, then comes the age criteria, then comes the physical standards, medical standards and the service report. All of these will be coming into consideration. When coming upon the service experience factor, you should have a minimum of 3 years of service in Indian Army. If in case you are a personnel in Indian Army, or in case if you are a personnel of IPS or the Indian Police Service, then you should have a service of around a minimum of 5 years. Okay, considering the age criteria, your age must be less than 35 years. That clearly indicates why NSG commandos are extremely agile, smart, fit. Okay, including these, you should also have special physical standards and medical standards, and your service report also comes into consideration while you are being selected for the NSG duties. That is it regarding this particular most important information. Going through with the next important update is about that the Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane is going to get a honorary rank of General of Nepali Army. Considering this particular one, MM Naravane, the Chief of Army Staff of Indian Army, he will visit Nepal in the month of November this year. Okay, so in the coming month, he will visit Nepal, and this particular visit is approved by the government of Nepal on February of 3rd, 2020, very long back. Okay, so but it was postponed due to the lockdown in both the countries. Now, on the Nepali side, Her Excellency Mrs. Vidya Devi Bhandari, she is the person, she will be conferring this particular honorary rank of General of Nepali Army. Previously, the Nepal General was also conferred with the Chief of Army Staff of Indian Army, a honorary chief. Mention in the comment section who he was. And the General Manoj Mukund Naravane, he will be attending to this particular investiture ceremony during his visit towards the Nepal. Going through with the next important update is that India can become completely hypersonic cruise missile country in next 4 to 5 years, as said by the Defense Research and Development Organization. The DRDO Chief Dr. G. Satish Reddy, he has mentioned that this particular missile, the recently tested HSTDV, also known as the Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle. Okay, so this particular vehicle is a very, very important one, as we can see. So India has tested and it was successfully demonstrated that India can exhibit the capabilities of possessing the hypersonic missile. The regime of the hypersonic, it means that if any particular missile has a Mach number which is greater than or equal to 5, then you can say that that particular missile is a hypersonic missile. If any particular missile has a Mach number greater than 1, but that means it has a Mach number greater than 1, but it is Mach number less than 5, then in that case, this particular regime will be coming under the supersonic regime. But coming into the hypersonic regime, other than the hypersonic effects and other than the aerodynamic effects, the thermodynamics will be coming into consideration, because at that particular speed, the heat will be extremely high. So our country was successful in demonstrating this, and we have to appreciate DRDO regarding that. And HSTDV was tested on September of 7th, which is expected to lay the foundation for the development of a hypersonic cruise missile system, as it is mentioned here in its own words. Okay. So when we compare with the speeds of the HSTDV along with the BrahMos, then we can say that BrahMos has just the Mach number of 2.8. Okay. So BrahMos is expected to have a Mach number of 2.8, but HSTDV has been said to have reached the speeds of Machs of 6 to 7, as mentioned by the DRDO Chief Dr. G. Satish Reddy. So this includes that we are wrapping up and we are pacing up for the deployment and the development of various other most important hypersonic missiles as soon as possible to make our country as much secure and as stable and agile as possible. Going through with the next important update is that the Indian Air Force team, which is there in France, it is going to prepare to induct more Rafale jets. This is going to be a very, very important update for us. So as far as the information until we have now, the first batch of these jets have arrived to our country, to Indian Air Force Base Ambala on September of 10th. Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhaduria, he on October of 5th has said that the induction of all of these jets will be completed by 2023, and all of these details were also mentioned 1 month back by me. So 10 Rafale jets have been delivered to India. 5 of them have stayed back in France for imparting training to the IAF pilots, and 5 have reached the Ambala Air Force. And there is a very particular team which is already sanctioned, which is stationed in France, and that was headed by a rank of group captain, and all of them are discussing, and they are discussing to induct many more Rafale jets to our country to make our country safe and secure. That is it regarding this particular information. Going through with the next important update is that as Xi Jinping asks troops to prepare for war, US appoints a special officer for Tibet. This is a very, very important update because previously we were understanding that the tensions between United States and China are not going very well and good concerning the situations at the South China Sea and various other most important contingencies wherein which India and Ladakh are also considered. So this is for the first time that United States has recognized Tibet in a very particular way, and it has appointed a very special officer for Tibet itself. Okay, so who is that particular person? He is mentioned here, his photograph you can see here. He is Mr. Robert Destro. He is the Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy, Human Rights and Labor. Okay, so he was working as the Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy, Human Rights and Labor for United States of America. He will assume the additional charge as the Special Officer for Tibet. Okay, so as far as the United States Secretary for State Mike Pompeo, he has said in his own words that Destro will lead United States efforts to promote dialogue between the People's Republic of China and the Dalai Lama or his representatives, protect the unique rights, religious, cultural and linguistic identity of Tibetans, and press for their human rights to be respected. As we already know that Dalai Lama is in exile in our country and he is running the government of Tibet through our nation, but we have to see that this particular person, the Robert Destro, he has been appointed to promote dialogue between both the countries and to ensure that the relationship between Tibet and China will go as properly as possible as far as the statement that is given by US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. That is it regarding today's defense updates. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is, Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane will get honorary rank of General of which nation's army? He is going to get the honorary rank of the General of the Nepalese Army. The next important question is United States Special Officer for Tibet. He is recently appointed. He is Robert Destro. Mention in the comment section who is Kenneth I. Juster, who is Jamie D. McCourt, and who is Paul W. Jones. Going through with the next important question is that from which of the following organizations the SRG, that means the Special Rangers Group members of the National Security Guard, are not drawn? That means they are not drawn. They are not drawn from the Indian Army. All the members of the Indian Army, when they are taken into industry, they will be taken into the Special Action Group. All of these, the BSF, ITBP, CISF, CRPF, all of these, the paramilitary forces, will be under recruiting of the SRG, that means the Special Rangers Group. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which corps of Indian Army is previously known as the Defense Department Constabulary Center? I repeat the question. Which corps of Indian Army is previously known as the Defense Department Constabulary Center? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. In the tomorrow's session, because tomorrow is Saturday, as I have mentioned to you that tomorrow I will be covering to you about all the important defense updates from the date of 14th of September 2020 all the way up towards the 20th of October 2020. That means this particular 1 month marathon will be covered in detail, in particular by me. So please stay tuned with us. Wait for the complete consolidated marathon 1 month updates for tomorrow. And I hope that this particular session was very, very helpful to you. And always stay safe, stay healthy. Please download and subscribe to this particular channel. Download our Android app and keep smiling. Be confident. Jai Hind.